Alrighty, how's everybody doing? My name's Avatar Angel. Avatar Works, Angel Works. This is actually going to be my second playthrough of Dark Souls 3. I recently tried to clear up storage on my computer. It ended up deleting my character, so I saw it as an opportunity to make a new video about it here. I'm actually going to let the lore play through for this, so that way we all got a good idea of where the game starts. I just want to start off by saying I did have a few episodes of a new playthrough already going up, and I decided to take them down and try again because they just didn't come out the way I wanted them yet. I need to be editing these more. I'm gonna start editing them more, kind of like on the pace that we were on the last time I tried to do this. I really just want to get some good videos going, but I'm gonna let the intro play here, and yeah, let's keep going. Let's just get started here. This playthrough is going to be dedicated to like my friends my friend Joshua always got me into Dark Souls to start with. I always got to mention that every time I do these recordings. Also for my friend Julian, I'm always trying to convince him to play Dark Souls. He watches, I know. But these videos go out to my friends like that. Like, if you just want to support me, that's awesome. I appreciate y'all. If y'all ever got feedback, tips, comments, anything like that, that goes for anybody, then I would greatly appreciate it. But yeah, I want to get started here. Just adjusting the camera there a little bit. Alrighty. And I'm going to let the intro play out here.
Yes, indeed. It is called Lothric, where the transitory lands of the Lords of Cinder converge. In venturing north, the pilgrims discover the truth of the old words. The fire fades, and the lords go without thrones. When the link of fire is threatened, the bell tolls, unearthing the old lords of Cinder from their graves. Aldrich, Saint of the Deep. Farron's Undead Legion, the Abyss Watchers. And the reclusive lord of the profaned capital. Yon the Giant. Only in truth, the lords will abandon their thrones. And the unkindled will rise. Nameless, accursed undead, unfit even to be cinder. And so it is that ash seeketh embers.
Okay, And now we're in the character creator. I'm just gonna go with avatar here. Pretty normal. And yeah, let me explain a few things here. Character creator is pretty nice. Dark Souls 3 character creator obviously not going to be as refined as the Elden Ring one. You could pick age, doesn't really matter, especially with this armor, you can't tell. There's different classes. They all have different stat allocations. They're not really like classes set in the way that you're forced to stick to them. The stats are allocated to better help you in this sort of play styles. I like Thief, I like playing with a dagger, it's kind of fun. Pyromancer is also really cool. Stat allocation purposes, I just go with Knight because, you know, you got the best stats everywhere. Vigor is always important, Endurance is very important, Vitality is important. Or Vitality is okay, it's like status prevention. Strength and Dex are pretty good. Mercenary is very good to start with too, if you like Dexterity, and these swords are the best weapon in the game, everybody knows that. For older players, y'all already know the lore of the story, but this is mostly for my friends and letting me help break down the way this game goes, so this will be for them. The Cracked Red Eye Orb is if you want to play online. I like to start with the Young White Branch, and I can explain that eventually when we get to that part. It's like the second stage of the game. Like, second world you get to, so not too bad. But there's plenty of things you could start out with. None of them are really that bad. It all depends on how you want to play. I go with the Young White Branch. The faces don't matter too much. You can pick whatever you like. You could always alter it however you want later too, so it don't matter. I'm just gonna go with something very basic. I don't care. Build doesn't matter to me, and I'm ready to go. So yeah, I'm gonna be explaining things as we go in the game. If there's anything wrong with my volume 2 or anything, just let me know. We're just gonna get through this first area here. And every time you watch me play, I just like to loot everything that I can. I'm always gonna be looking for every crevice of the game. That's what I like about these games. Like, there's always something to look for. There's always something to dig in every corner. Elden Ring's very good for that. I might make an Elden Ring playthrough. Who knows? It's already so late into the thing. I'm always trying to convince my friends to play Elden Ring. I am so upset that there's no cross-platform play, though. Like, I just want to play these RPG kind of games with my friends. We've already talked about playing Dungeons and Dragons eventually. We might get to that soon, hopefully. Oh, he almost got me with that. We're gonna go over here. There's gonna be something nice over here for us. And here we go. Nice little challenging fight. Oh, the lock-on's screwing me up. Alright, we're already doing very good. Oh, that's gonna kill me. Wow. Okay. Yeah, not a great start. I was doing okay, but definitely could have been playing that better. But alrighty, let's get through it again. Inventory is pretty self-explanatory. As far as lore goes, let's go over a couple of items that we do get to look at. The dark sign is the sign of the accursed undead. The dark sign returns its bearer to the last bonfire rested at, or the bonfire at Firelink Shrine, but at the cost of all souls held. Carriers of the dark sign are reborn after death and eventually lose their minds, turning hollow. And so it is, they are driven from their homelands. So, this is like a lore item. You can't really get rid of it. If you've played the first Dark Souls, you understand why undead come back to life after they've been killed every time. It's just part of the game mechanics, as far as you're aware, but really it's tied to how Gwyn has set up this world to be. And right now we are in the ruined state of the fire fading once again. Just like every other Dark Souls, the fire is fading, and we, the unkindled, which in this case we're Ash, Ooh, crystal hit. Nice, we get the thrust. I was worried with that stumble back. Okay, we're doing a lot better this time. And we get a nice Titanite scale for that. That lets us upgrade some good weapons later. Titanite and the shards are going to be how we upgrade everything, like from weapons and all that. And armor as well, I believe. So game experience wise, I've played, I like to play a lot of like competitive games against other people. Like that's just the way I like to play. I grew up with an older brother, so I've always been very competitive by nature. I've always been pretty good at fighting games. He's always been pretty good at shooting games. I've wanted to play this game since like when it first came out, like a long time ago, but I didn't get to I didn't have the PlayStation or anything for it at the time, so never got to play it until like way later in my life when I got my gaming PC. But I love the dark fantasy of this game. It's so freaking good. I saw another game coming out called Warlock. It's like Dungeons and Dragons is linked as well. I would love to be able to play that once that comes out. So to be able to run, you're just gonna hold down. If I'm playing on a PlayStation controller, to run and dodge, you hold circle to run. You tap it to roll, which is gonna be your dodge. Light attack is the R1. Heavy attack is the R2. The block is the L1. And to hold your skill or do your skill is going to be the L2. Just to explain basic mechanics. And to lock on is going to be R3, which if you don't know is the joystick when you push it down. That chooses your direction. It's going to always turn where you're facing. Like that. And then while you're running with the holding circle, you can jump by pressing L3, which is going to be tapping the left joystick. So we're going to jump over here. I missed. You can plunge attack by dropping down from a cliff and pressing R1. Just to explain some more stuff. There's going to be a little boss area there, but I want to get that item first. I don't like that he got that shot off. And the souls are going to be very nice. They basically give us extra points here. If you don't know about the leveling system, souls are going to be how you level up your character from Firelink Shrine and how you upgrade stuff. It's your currency and your level experience. You lose your souls if you die while you drop your souls. Like if you die and drop your souls and you don't pick them up and you die again, you lose those souls forever. And you're gonna have to just go and start fighting things again to get them back. Now let's get in here. And we're gonna encounter our first boss. This one's relatively easy. We're gonna just start attacking him as soon as we get this sword out. Ooh, that was nice. Ooh, a little punch right there. Oh, I did not know if I was gonna have enough stamina to roll there. Fuck. We got him though, it's okay. That was very fast. I like abusing the hell out of the heavy attacks. The heavy attacks are just always very good. Sorry if the volume's really loud there. Every time you defeat a big boss, you also get Ember, which gives you a little bit more maximum health and stamina, I believe. Also, once you're embered in the corner with the health bar, you'll see that little golden sign becomes fired up. That means that you're able to be invaded by other players. So if you're in the open world and you had just beat a boss and you're embered, it's a bonus, but this game always tries to balance things out. You don't get anything for free. If you get one thing, you lose another thing, or it comes at the cost of something else. In this case, the danger level is raised by people being able to invade you. You can't get invaded at Firelink Shrine, so that's always good thing to know for y'all. The dogs in this game are horrible to play against. They will fuck you up. This guy's just dejected. And I'll show you the dogs once we get to them. It really don't matter getting hit there. Okay, here's where the dog is gonna come up on this corner. That was pretty good. Get out of here, guy. And I think before we go down, I'm just gonna try something else on the side. I'm gonna show you real quick. There's you can get a katana at the beginning here if you would like. I'm gonna go for it. I feel pretty good. Gonna get this item. There we go. One more item for us. Also, I should mention the two-hand weapons. You could press triangle on your controller to hand your right-handed sword. You can also hold the block, and you can parry with certain shields. Let me show you. The skill on this shield is going to be parry. The skill on the longsword is going to say stance, right above the FP cost. Let's cheese him a little bit. I'm dead. Oh no, he just opened me up. See? You gotta watch out with this guy. He doesn't have any clothes, but he will fuck you up. Guy's a little slick with it. Oh, he killed me again! What? There we go, we got him this time. Third time's the charm, you know? And now we get the Uchi Katana, Master's Attire and Gloves. If you want to run around naked, go ahead. This is going to be locked. You can't go in there yet, so don't worry about that yet. We'll get to that eventually. East-West Shield. If you press R3, you can cycle through the stats. And if you press square while you do that, you can also look at a little description of the items. If you ever want to know about the lore of this game, like in deeper detail, you always want to look at the item descriptions, because that's where you're going to find a lot of the stuff. Otherwise, the game's just known for hiding a lot of the lore from you. Like, you got to do a lot of exploring and a lot of digging on your own, which is very fun, like, in my opinion. I like playing like that. And that gives us our Firelink Shrine Bonfire. This is going to be our,
Welcome to the bonfire, unkindled one. I am a firekeeper.
Firekeeper, yeah.
I tend to the flame, and tend to thee. The lords have left their thrones, and must be delivered to them. To this end, I am at thy side.
So she's gonna be the one that we talk
To
to.
be unkindled is to be a vessel for souls. Sovereignless souls will become thy strength. I will show thee how, Ashen One. Very well,
So
then touch
every
with
time we
me.
get souls, we get to level up with her. I'm not gonna level up yet.
Farewell, Ashen One. May the flames guide thee.
Because I just want to talk to every NPC here first for you.
Ah, another one roused from the sleep of death. Well, you're not alone. We unkindled are worthless. Can't even die right. Gives me conniptions. And they'd have us seek the Lords of Cinder and return them to their moulding thrones. But we're talking true legends with the metal to link the fire. We're not fit to lick their boots. Don't you? What a sick joke. Asking us to seek the Lords of Cinder and return them to their moulding thrones. We're talking true legends.
So what he's talking about are these thrones up here. There's gonna be some main story bosses that we're gonna go fight, and we're gonna bring them back to each of these thrones. And once we do that, we get the power to link the fire once again. If you played the first Dark Souls, the Lord of Cinder is the person who links the fire, which would be the main character from the first game. Also, in between that and this story, there have been many people who've linked the fire before, and these are the lords that have linked it before. So, we're gonna... And they refused the call to link the fire once again, when the modern person who was supposed to link the fire didn't. So now it's up to us to try and do it. Here's one of them lords here that we'll talk to.
O that unkindled, and a seeker of lords, I am Ludleth of Corland. Look not in bewilderment as I say. I linked the fire long ago, becoming the Lord of Cinder. If substantiation be thy want, set thine eyes upon my charred corpse. This sad cadaver. No need to be coy. Have a closer look. Knowest thou of our purpose? 5 thrones will take 5 lords, as kindling for the linking of the fire. The fast-fading flame must be licked to preserve this world. A reenactment of the first linking of the fire. So it is. I became a lord of Cinder. I may be but small, but I will die a colossus. Now.
And we come to him actually to get boss weapons. So once you get souls from enemies, just like all the time, the bosses drop their own special souls that we turn to him to get special items. So you always want to hold on to those. You never want to sell them. This is going to be a shopkeeper for us.
Pleasure to make thine acquaintance, Ashen One. I am but a humble handmaid of the shrine. Weapons, armor, trinkets, and spells.
My cat's down here.
I've lots of little things to ease the burden of a weary traveler. And yes, I'm undead too, but not so charitable as to give my goods away, Ashen One. Fair as is thy want? No?
I want him to come up here, but he doesn't want to jump up yet. It's okay. I'll show y'all him maybe next time. Some of my friends have already met him before. So yeah, we're just gonna sell a few of these smaller souls so I can give you an example. We can always sell a few things here. You don't want to sell your shards. You don't really want to sell clothes or armor unless you got duplicates of them. Let's see what she sells. She sells embers. Those ember you right away. Pretty good. Some online items that I won't get into really. Repair powder is for repairing your weapons once they take a certain durability. I'll show you real quick. There's little red bars underneath the weapons and the shield. That's going to be your durability, and if it breaks, then you have to repair it with repair powders. But that almost never happens. There's a few spells we can get. There's a tower key we can get. That's going to open up that tower that's locked behind us there. We won't worry about that right now either. Some other weapons we can get. I'm gonna get a dagger because it's actually a pretty good item. There's the halberd. I don't really want that halberd. The sorcerer's staff and the talisman if you want to do magic, like miracles, which are faith-based. And sorcerer's staff for magic. The torch if you need it for dark areas. If you turn up your brightness well enough, you don't really need it either, unless it's like already pitch black area. Some shields, some basic armor, some arrows. Nothing too crazy.
Ashen One.
You could also give her some special souls that will expand her inventory for the shop so you can buy new items. If you played Dark Souls 1, here's Andre, your blacksmith.
Well, as your ends a toilsome journey, I'd wager. Let me smith. I am a smith.
You can upgrade your weapons using those shards like I was explaining before. You could even infuse them with certain capabilities if you have items for it, like a fire gem or any of these gems. They give it special stats that'll help it scale with those stats when we level up. You can repair it with him too. You can allot Estus, decide how many you want, where you want them. And you can reinforce your Estus, which will give you more Estus.
Weapons, but
Which is your healing potions.
When they use, but should chance, I'll have they take so. Handle them.
Yeah, you gotta get away, guy. Now he's just being bothersome.
Be careful, I don't.
And that's pretty much all the NPCs for now. They'll expand more as we play the game. But I'm gonna level up here with you, and then we'll probably call it right here for the first video.
Ashprid them to very well. Then Tuphign.
She was also trying to mention where we need to go first. When you start the game, you might want to put it into like strength or dexterity, but those first few stats are not gonna give you as much damage boost as you think, really. Like, see, we can get our dexterity to 20, or let's actually look at strength. We can get our strength to 94, but that only gives us what, like 6 more points into our damage, so it's not really gonna matter that much right now. because it's gonna scale mostly off of your weapons. So I'm actually gonna put all my points right here into vigor.
Farewell, Ashen One. May the flames guide thee.
I just want to be able to take more hits as we play through so I don't die as fast. But yeah, let me go ahead and get us to the next area and then we'll call it here, okay? Oh, also I should explain, burn undead bone shards. That's gonna, sorry. That's gonna actually increase the amount of healing we get for our Estus. So our Estus only heals a certain amount. The bone shards increase that amount so we heal even more from each take of the flask. We have our storage box where we can move stuff. We can attach spells that we have here. And we're gonna travel to our first location, the High Wall of Lothric. And we start off in this room. We're gonna exit out this door. And here we are, our first area. We're gonna make a whole second episode about just this area alone, just like the first area was for Firelink Shrine. So thank you for tuning in. I promise I'll stay more consistent with the videos here. It won't be the first few levels over and over every time. We're gonna edit these down so it'll be more concise. Let me know if there's any tips, tricks, like anything for recording purposes that y'all want to toss my way. Anyways, thank y'all for tuning in. Appreciate y'all, and y'all have a great day. Thank you.